We'll connect here. Here we go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning show.
I'm back.
Annette's back.
Didn't John do a great job last week?
John did a great job.
I like watching the show when John's on here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because you're off.
Because I'm off. And because he's very knowledgeable.
Yeah, he knows his stuff.
Yeah,
he brings another little side to things.
And he since he deals with the used vinyl, he's got a lot more information than I do because I never really deal with the used vinyl, so I'm pretty clueless with that.
We have especially good lighting today with the sun. It's sunshiny. It's bright outside. It's chilly.
There was frost on the pumpkin this morning. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I know. Upper Wisconsin got like 8 to 12 inches.
Did they?
So
wow.
Snow is coming. Although we dodged it this time, but it is still cold.
Thank you for the welcome back. Appreciate it.
Everybody's coming back in, piling in. We got a big show. We were talking about. I'm
talking about stuff Nick doesn't even know I'm talking about.
And I have something she doesn't know I'm talking about either.
Exactly.
So what happens when Annette comes off?
Just like our usual Tuesday morning. We don't know what the left hand is doing nor the right. Whatever.
Well, that's because you've been gone.
A little analogy there.
You've been gone all week, so we didn't have any chance to even conglomerate at all.
I know.
So
enjoyed it. It was beautiful.
You happy to be back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorta.
No, I'm happy to be back.
Good. That's something I know. My parents, after being off for so long, they were happy to be back. They were really getting bored.
Yeah.
They were getting bored.
I probably wouldn't be bored for a while. I got myself a birthday present.
Oh, what did you get yourself?
I got my sewing machine.
Ooh.
A new sewing quilting machine. So I'm learning how to free motion quilt. Which is a challenge. Yeah. So
Quilt club.
Was fun. Yeah, I'll be in the quilt club.
For sure.
I'll be toting my sewing machines around.
All right, well, what do you got? Let's start off with some birthdays today.
Oh, today was not a good birthday day for music.
No?
The only one I could really come up with was Chuck Berry.
I mean, that's a pretty big one.
It is a pretty big one.
The guy who invented rock and roll.
Pretty much. And I don't even have it on here right now. So yeah, it was his birthday today. I don't remember what year. But
I have some. You have a birthday, but I have some more sad news.
You do?
It was the death of Marty Salmon, who was the pianist for Buddy Guy.
Oh, really?
He died at just 45. This was a couple days ago.
Oh, wow. I missed that.
He was in Chicago. I think he was a Chicago native.
Would make sense if he was.
But I don't think he died. Chicago blues musician. But I think it says something about New Orleans. He died in New Orleans. But, I mean, it's another blues town.
They could have been down there.
Yeah, it could have been. Or maybe just had a place down there or something. I don't know. But longtime piano player for Buddy Guy passed. 45. That's pretty young.
That's young.
Especially when Buddy Guy's in his 80s.
Right.
So.
National Chocolate Cupcake Day.
Oh, that sounds good.
It does.
I made cookies last night.
Did you?
They're good.
I bet.
Okay, Cupcake Day. What else we got?
Oh, let me see. National Ken Day. National Alaska Day. I'm on the National Day.
Alaska Day. There you go.
Alaska.
It's been a while since
we've
been to the state.
Probably warmer in Alaska. Most of Alaska than it is here today.
Probably.
National Louis Day, but if Lou's never mind.
Continue.
Never mind.
I don't know.
That just totally went like, woo! National Mashed Potato Day, and I think they mean the food, not the mashed potato.
That's the dance.
Right.
Probably.
National No Beard Day.
All
kinds of national days. National Sunday Day. Well, that's for people named Sunday, apparently, is what it says.
It's on a Tuesday?
Yeah.
Sunday day on a Tuesday? It's kind of weird.
So, in other news on this day I'm looking at, 1961 West Side Story, the film adaptation was released. 61 years ago for West Side Story.
The movie, because it originally started as a cast play?
Yeah.
A cast recording? Or like a...
Yeah. Yeah, it was on Broadway. And so here we have the soundtrack. I don't know if this is a cast recording or a soundtrack.
I think it's the original.
It's a cast recording.
Cast recording.
Yeah, original Broadway cast recordings.
Oh. And then
good show. A lot of good actors in it. A lot of them that left us way too young. But yeah. So a little shout out because I'm an old movie geek. I love
Fair
old
enough.
Movies. Yeah.
I got a couple things that didn't make the new vinyl roundup because they came in late.
What'd you got?
One of them is the new Red Hot Chili Peppers record.
Yeah.
One of the biggest releases last week. Didn't make it in my roundup because they came in late.
We did get the CD in that, didn't we, as well?
So we do have a CD.
Okay.
But there's 3 versions of it. This is the standard 2LP gatefold. Now look at the cover difference.
Yeah.
So this is the indie exclusive, has an alternate cover, and it's on 2LP gold.
Is this one on colored vinyl or just limited edition? I can't
I
read
think it's
it
just
from here.
black. It just says... Oh, hold on. This is the deluxe. So this is the deluxe with this 2LP with a poster and a booklet.
Good morning to everybody that's hopping in.
This is the
Thank
same
you for the
thing.
welcome backs. This is single LP in
This
here?
is just the regular 2LP.
No, this is regular 2LP.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I haven't
3
heard
versions.
anything off of there at all yet.
I was listening to it while I was packing this morning. It's, it's what you would expect. So, new Chili Peppers record, if you haven't got it, we got them in all different. Even on CD if you need a CD.
Yeah. So have you ever heard of the Glastonbury Festival?
Yeah, I have.
Festival. I can't talk today. Okay. So that scared me. Eminem is possibly in talks to lead the show, which would be the first time they ever had a rapper. For 2023. So it's a festival. It's a 5-day festival in Somerset, England. That it's not just music. It's all about dance, comedy, theater, circus, cabaret, and other art. So that sounds pretty interesting. It's on. I think I read that the festival grounds are about 900 acres.
Holy cow!
Yeah, that's a lot of space.
That's huge.
Mm-hmm. So, just saw that this morning and thought I'd pop that in there. Be interesting to see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Friday, we got a new Taylor Swift record coming out.
I think I heard that.
You heard that? I'm already getting emails from Swifties. They're already, because Taylor Swift leaked. Eminem and Alan Jackson's birthdays were yesterday.
Oh, thank you, Derek.
Derek, thanks. I'm already getting Swifties email me because she leaked something about indie record stores getting something special, and we are one of those record stores getting something special for I think it's Friday. I think someone's knocking or something. I don't know what's going on. John's here though, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we are loaded up on Taylor Swift. This is Reputation. We do have a couple of the other ones, but this one's been kind of a hard one to get. $40, you can pick this up. Have you ever had a multicolor pressing that clicks on every color change?
That does what on every color change?
He said, Nick, you ever had a multicolor pressing that clicks on every color change? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I have seen it once. What's happening is the different color has a different hardness. So when the needle goes from one hardness to the other hardness, it has a little click.
Makes sense because they probably have maybe just a little bit like a little different density or something.
Now, I don't know why you're experiencing that, but sometimes I'll get a colored splatter pressing and it'll be totally fine.
Right.
So I don't know why that sometimes happens. I know. Why does it happen to some and not the others? I know what you're experiencing when it changes all the colors.
Yeah.
That's what's happening, but I don't know what the fix is or why it did it on your pressing. But yeah, I have seen that. Not very often. Usually what I experience is like I have a blues record where it was like a gold vinyl and they forgot to clean the mold out, so there's specks of black in it.
Oh, okay.
And it clicks hard over those.
Right over
so
the
they forgot to clean. They didn't clean it very well, and it's got some residue from the old pressing in it. So I've seen that, and that's like it like skips, like it's not playable, not just a click. But so yeah, Taylor Swift this week,
and it's called Midnights.
Midnights. There's 4 variants. If you get all 4 variants, they make a clock, which is Midnights. Oh. And she wants to sell 4 copies of every record, or one of each color. Plus, there's a Target exclusive, so that's 5 variations, plus all the CD variations, plus a cassette. So, yeah, big thing happening this weekend. Record stores all over the country going to be getting tons of Taylor. And
what is the indie thing, or was that not?
I think there's just 4. So the secret we can't reveal till
Well, I didn't know
Friday.
if you knew or not. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the rules is we can't talk about it till we get it.
Gotcha.
And
Friday is the release.
Friday is the release of the record. And then we'll have the CDs and the LPs. So, did you know the new Cult record came out?
No.
The Cult, the band
Under
from
the Midnight Sun.
They have a brand new album.
Holy cow!
Came out last week. I don't know, maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Anyway, new Cult record. Cult, it's pretty cool.
Have you listened to any of that?
I have not. $28.
So what's the 11, the X and the 1? Why is it there? I wonder what the 11 has to do with. I
don't know.
Assume it's Under the Midnight Sun for the title, limited edition white vinyl.
Yes, we got an unlimited edition white vinyl.
Cool.
What else you got for me?
Nothing. That's about it. That's my life. That's everything in a nutshell on my side here.
I'll let you do that one.
See
Remind Ray when he gets in here.
Yeah, he's not in here yet.
We did get some cool trade-ins. I'm trying to divide the Halloween stuff from the trade-ins here. Let's try to get that. I guess you want to do your Halloween records?
A little bit of tea to wet the whistle.
There you go. I'll let you do some. Next up is Halloween
stuff. We've already been through a lot.
Well,
of these,
yeah, but I just thinned them out.
Yeah. What do we have left? We got a couple of
Now look at they're two different versions.
Yep.
2 different records.
Sounds to Make You Shiver. A scary record by Pickwick.
So that's the original Halloween.
$14 on that.
I'll
Then
hold it
we have the RSD exclusive green vinyl for $20.
Except it's a band called Satan's Pilgrims.
Oh my God, I didn't even see that.
It is
How
not
weird.
this record. It is a different record with a cover that almost looks identical.
You wanted to mess me up this morning already. It's
and
pretty
they
easy to do.
They did change the track listing.
Here's the back.
The back looks almost identical as well. They just use it as like a.
I think the only thing they changed was just the wording on it. Like up here on the front, the picture looks almost exactly the same. It might be. I mean, it even says.
Well, the wording on the back
This
is
a surfy record by Jackpot. See, so they even made that because it was the other one was Pickwick. So they changed that.
Scary record by Pickwick.
And this is a surfy record by Jackpot.
We might have to listen to that record. I like surf music. So anyway, you can buy one or both or enjoy one, but it's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Pretty cool. They did that.
Still have At Home with the Monsters, the original TV cast album. It does say this one's
Blue Vinyl.
on Blue Vinyl, exclusive Blue Vinyl. It was an RSD Black Friday release, I think last year. Or
yeah,
it was 2021. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at this one. Isn't this one?
I finally watched the Monsters Netflix special.
Did you? I haven't yet.
It's a little rough.
Yeah.
It's pretty. The visuals are really good.
Okay.
But the story is pretty rough.
The story's not there?
It's a little corny. It's very corny.
Corny can be okay, depending.
Anybody else make it through half of them? I didn't even finish it.
Oh, you didn't?
I couldn't even finish it.
Oh,
It was
that's pretty
rough.
bad then.
That's pretty rough. Anybody else out there watch the Monsters movie by Rob Zombie? What did you think? Was it as bad as I thought it was? Or did
I'm going to have to at least watch a few minutes of it.
Like I said, the Rob Zombie is good at one thing, and it's lighting, effects, visuals. They should just let him do that. But oh man, they need a writer bad. They need a writer really bad. So, all right, what you got?
The pumpkin.
There we go.
That's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, $31. Look at that cool little pumpkin shape on Craft Recordings there. That's pretty cool.
Pumpkin-shaped orange vinyl.
Yeah.
We do have a few of these left. Grab them before they're gone for the season. They're going to be getting Christmas
Halloween
stuff, so.
Garage Blues on orange vinyl.
See, I don't think we showed this in our last show. I don't think we did.
Okay.
I don't know.
So there's a bunch of different Eric Gales, Yeah, I think we did.
Oh,
Dr.
maybe we did.
John, Iggy Pop, Junior Wells. You know, so they're all kind of like She Cast a Spell on Me, Swamp Creature, Hank the Ripper.
Now that you say it,
Voodoo Man Blues. Yeah,
we did talk about this.
we did, because the one song in here is "I Want to Be Your Dog."
By Iggy.
Yeah. Yep. And there's that one. I don't remember seeing. Yeah, Beetlejuice. This is the original Broadway cast recording. It's 2 LPs. $36.
I've never seen it anywhere else. This is the only time I've ever seen it. Warner Brothers. It's got the song on it. Yeah, it's got "Jump in the Line" on it. So pretty cool. I heard it's just worth just a frame. I love Beetlejuice.
I don't remember seeing this before. Oh yeah, I do. Frankie Stein and His Ghouls. This is the 1964 Halloween classic, first ever LP reissue on ghoulish neon green vinyl. Don't know anything about this. But
Other than it's
ghoulish songs. An album like this is enough to scare a body into dancing anything from the twist, Watusi, Holy Gully, swim, frog, surf, monkey, dog, blah, blah, blah. So...
Derek's wondering if that Weird Al record from last week is gone. It is. I did sell it last week. Sorry about that, Derek. Sold it in store, actually.
Bless you. Got some trade-ins going on here?
Yeah. Got some trade-ins. Before we get into the trade-ins, we should talk about this weekend.
Yeah, I didn't read your email or whatever you put out.
Well, at least you got it.
Ooh, I've got tape on this shirt.
So, the record crawl, Rockford Record Crawl, is Saturday for those of you who are local. Some of the sales going on, you know, if in store, 33% off all pre-owned regular price vinyl. Buy 2 get 1 free CDs, DVDs, cassettes. We're also we do the golden record hunt. We hide a gold record somewhere in the store. Whoever finds it gets a free item, usually a free t-shirt. We're going to have exclusive t-shirts, buttons, and then...
Do you have any of those in store yet? Or
Not yet.
Okay.
They'll be here soon. And then we're going to have a raffle for 2 grand prizes.
One from each store. One
That's
from
gonna
us
be-
and one from Culture Shock.
Correct. And it'll be $100 to each store.
Nice.
So I'll draw a name. They'll get $100 from each store. He'll draw a name. Get $100 to each store.
So
2 grand prize winners each win $200 worth of
that's
stuff.
what I was confused. Oh, we did go to Friday evening. We did go to that benefit for CD Source.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we went for a little while.
How did it go?
It was really nice. They had
Good.
a lineup of 4 or 5 different bands, raffle tickets, obviously.
Yeah.
They had like a pork sandwich, pulled pork sandwich
good.
meal you could buy. Yeah, it was really nice. I saw people, 4 or 5 people from here that I recognized from customers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a nice little bar too.
That's a nice spot.
I won $15 on a slot machine.
Booyah.
Better than losing it. Right?
That's right.
But yeah, it was a nice little place. I liked it that what was fun is because almost every table had games on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you could sit, like we played it's called Bananagram. It's kind of like a solitaire kind of thing.
Huh.
But each area had different type of games, like Othello and the portable battleship.
Ha.
So it was really kind of fun. Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we want to do a reminder on that.
Well, Ray's not in here.
Ray isn't in here, but you might
Ray,
watch it later.
Ray, if you're in here, or if you watch this later, are you still interested in this?
That's the record that John, you said if John didn't want it, you wanted it. John decided to pass on it, so if you want it, let us know.
Yeah.
Give us a call today. We'll get it out to you, bud.
For sure.
Trade-ins. So I'm working. So we have the record crawl this weekend. We're also moving pinball machines this weekend, and
Moving pinball machine.
yeah, we're having a big charity tournament, pinball charity tournament Sunday in town here. So we're moving a game from here and one from the bar up there. So we're moving some games. We're getting that all ready. With the record crawl on Saturday. We got a busy week this week. But next
we have
week,
extended hours for the record
we
crawl.
do.
if
It's
people are
10 to 7.
10 to 7, okay.
10 to 7, which actually was because that was Brian's hours at CD Source.
Mm-hmm.
So we all were going to adapt those hours.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of weird. This whole year is weird because
Yeah.
we lost a store and an organizer. We have a new organizer, and it's a little bit of a transition. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at a few collections next week. I got word of a real big one. 5 shelves. Like big shelf, 5 of them. So I'm working on, I gotta take a look at that next week. And I got a speaker collection I'm gonna go look at. A bunch of Magnapans.
At my house?
No, it's all Magnapans.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we got some stuff. We're booked up. We got a lot of stuff going on around here.
Guess it's a good thing I came back to work, huh?
And pretty soon, we're gonna do the show at my house up the hill.
Oh, yeah.
Well, as soon as do
you have internet there?
We have internet, we have heat, we have electricity. We can do it. But I gotta get there's not a table set up.
Well, and then we're going to drag all the stuff down there.
We can handle that.
Okay.
We can do it. So we got a lot of fun stuff coming up, but let's get into trade-ins.
Yeah, let's do it.
This one I might have shown last week. I think I did actually. Queen News of the World, $30, single LP. Want to take a couple?
Michael Jackson. Bad.
In shrink.
In shrink with height. Mint minus vinyl, and John's got it graded at a mint minus for the vinyl. Cover looks pretty much mint minus too. So, yeah.
Striper Isaiah 53.5. $50. It is on white vinyl. It has the original lyric sheet with it. Isn't that cool? Look, it's got the
The order sheet.
The merch form and the lyric sheet. Pretty cool. If you guys are metalheads out there, this might be one you want to snag. I got to get back on the Whatnot auctions. I'm telling you, we have got to do that. Like I said, this week's a little crazy. We have so much kind of weird stuff going on. But I'm thinking next week we're going to get back on the Whatnot auctions.
Here's one we don't see and use very often: the Ambient One, Music for Airports, Brian Eno. Did these come out on a record store day? Do you remember? I don't remember.
They reissued them.
So this is a reissue on 180 gram.
Yeah, they weren't record store day records. They probably did them about 8 years ago.
Oh, has it been that long?
They did them in 33 and they did them in 45. So they did them. They did each record both ways about 8 years ago. And I thought they were going to stay in print, and they didn't. They made one batch of them, and that was that.
So we've mint minus vinyl and $35 on that one.
I mean,
Here, I'm going to give you this one back.
Usually when you see that big of a reissue campaign, they usually stay in print.
Yeah. Gary Newman, the Pleasure Principle.
I think we did that one because I was singing the Cars last week.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You know, I was up there listening. I'm like, oh, there goes Nick. This song's going to be in my head all day long.
So, yeah, some of these we've already talked about. Twisted Sister Die Cut. The Miles Davis Early Bitches Brew Press. Let's get to the fresh stuff here. This I know wasn't on the show. Destruction, Released from Agony, white vinyl. It is imported. It is from Gamma on the label, but I thought it was, which would make me think Germany, but it says 87. I'm going to go with Germany with the Gamma label. But more thrash metal, early thrash metal you just don't see on that white vinyl again. $35.
Look at this, an original King Diamond.
Yeah.
Wow. There's no grading on it. Nick didn't put a grading on it, so I don't know what the vinyl grade is.
I think it's VG plus. It was pretty nice.
VG plus.
Yeah, it's at least. I'll have to open it up. But it wasn't.
Now, hang on, is this just an EP?
Yeah, it is just an EP.
Okay,
it's an original EP.
Yep.
It's the extra song. It's 2 songs. It's the extra song off the album Abigail. So obviously they only pressed this once.
So it's got the Family Ghost on one side, and it's got Shrine on the other. Oh.
King Diamond. You don't see
$50 on that.
Don't see original King Diamond like that very often. First Devo record.
Right here. There you go. Like new.
A nice clean copy.
Are we not men? No, we are Devo. D-E-V-O.
That's right. A classic
Like new,
record that should be
$30.
in every collection. $30. If you don't have it, you should own one. It's got the original slip, the original lyric sheet with it too. All right, so I got an original Herbie Hancock Maiden Voyage. After doing a little more research with a customer, found out it's not a first press. It's an early Liberty pressing, which is tricky because the early Liberty pressings used the original jackets and the original labels.
Yes, they did. It's got
Until
the
they
little
ran
label
out.
on it. Huh.
The way you can tell is this is not a deep groove. It's just the regular ridge. And it doesn't have the P marking on the etched, on the dead wax. So I moved the price down from $300 to $250. It's still in really nice shape. You know what? I think I'd do $200 on it. So we're going to put it up for there. If anybody wants it for $2, let me know. We'll see if it sells this weekend in the sale.
Got a Joni Mitchell blue with the VG Plus vinyl. Yeah, $40. Is it an original or what is it?
Yeah. So, maybe.
I don't know.
It's got enough ring wear to be an original.
Yeah, it does. VG on the cover and VG Plus on the vinyl, I'm assuming there. So. Oh.
I got Sparks, a Japanese import, Japanese promo. Mint minus vinyl, we got $60. You don't get very many Sparks records in lately. Look, it even has the little sample sticker up in the corner. It has the Obi strip. Pretty cool. Sparks in Outer Space sample promo. I like it. How about this one? You know all about this record.
Kid Rock, Cocky.
Annette had a copy of her own. You sold it. You put it on the wall. It sold in a day.
Yeah.
So this one.
And mine was on blue vinyl.
This is not on blue vinyl.
This is a first press.
It's on black. I think they did it on black first.
Yep.
But the price is the same, ironically. Isn't that weird? Yeah. The price is the same. So, anybody looking for some Kid Rock, out of print Kid Rock Cocky, $80. We'll get you a nice copy, first price. AC/DC.
Akadaka.
Akadaka.
See, I watched the show last week.
Import. VG Plus. Obviously, this is...
Thanks to John.
This is the... how they look when they come from Australia. It's not what they call a blue-roo. It does not have the little kangaroo on the label, but it is an original Australian press. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool. They also got alternate covers over there, which is pretty dang cool, too. Mm-hmm. So, if you're a big AC/DC collector or even a hard rock collector, they're a little tough to find over here. Akadaka.
On one of my things I was flipping through this morning, I don't remember, I think it was 1971, Beatlemania started. Was it Beatlemania? Can't remember what it said about it, but something about Beatlemania in 1971.
Huh.
So here we have, what's so special about this one?
It's just a traded in, used press.
$22. Hard Day's Night, the Beatles.
Just cheap now, because I think that record new is like, I don't know, pushing $30.
On 180 gram vinyl, it looks like it's just going to be standard black on that one.
Yeah. And then we're going to wrap it up with some Dirty Dancing soundtrack. $17. Time of My Life, Hungry Eyes, Stay. A lot of good big hits on this one. $17 for a pre-owned copy. Annette, did you watch? The last thing we got today is Market Talk. Talking about the record market. So I did a YouTube video. I didn't
watch your video yet.
I did a YouTube video.
I was too busy watching quilting videos.
That's fair. No, that's fair enough. About record pricing and audiophile vinyl and how it's all kind of slowed down and the market's changing, and talked mainly about audiophile vinyl isn't selling as fast. Not just MoFi, which would be understandable.
Correct.
But it's analog production stuff. It's anything audiophile has slowed down. And I think taking the biggest hit. But classic rock and pre-owned, like clean pre-owned used records have actually gone up, I would say, in value and in purchase quantity and stuff.
Do you see a downtick on regular new vinyl as opposed to audiophile as well? So
I don't see the price go down on...
Not price, I'm talking about sales.
Yeah. Volume, yeah.
So volume of new vinyl.
Yeah, it's down.
Just across the board, it's down. Okay.
But volume on audiophile vinyl is down and the price is down.
Oh, price is down too.
Like you can go... I even put this in the thing talking about... DJ D said that the Striper album was called Soldiers Under Command. Thanks, bud. For whatever reason, I read the 53.5 or whatever. But yeah, thank you for fixing that. And I lost my train of thought.
Hi, John. Market talk.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen with, you can go buy a new One Step on eBay right now for under cost for us. Like, when has that ever happened?
Right.
In the history of records. I've never been able to go on eBay and buy something for less than cost.
Right.
Which doesn't take much because there's not much margin on
No,
those
there's
records.
not much margin at all.
But that's happening. I've never seen that. I don't know that we'll ever see that again. Some people think that it's all going to crash and everything's going to go super cheap. I don't know if I buy into that.
No, I don't think I'd buy into that.
I don't think
there's too many people out there that are true collectors or want their music and will find a way to make that happen.
I agree. I think that the investor collector has definitely slowed down. So we saw a lot of investment collecting last year where people were buying extras or trying to find 2 or 3 or they're hoarding stuff because they thought the price was going to go up. And for a long time it did.
Right.
Those days are gone. So I think you have that cooling off. You have the collectors themselves second guessing what they wanted to play. Here's someone now. Obviously, put stuff in the chat, guys.
Yeah, so that's a good question. Is it overproduction?
They assumed tens of thousands of One Steps would sell, but nobody had done them before. We could be seeing some of that. Maybe now. They went from 3,500, 4,500, 5,000, 6,000, 8,000, 10,000 is where we're currently at, and I think that's going to be the sweet spot. I don't think they're going to pump it anymore. Obviously, they're doing 40,000 of Thrillers, which is just insane. And I know the UHQRs are like 20,000 or 25,000. So I don't know that, they don't want to make something and sell out of it day one.
Speaking of UHQRs, Paul was put on a Celebrex, I think, for some of his pain management and whatnot. He's been having really weird dreams, and he said somebody stole all his UHQRs. He had a dream about that.
That's a nightmare.
I won't tell you what the other dream was because it's not appropriate for YouTube video, but part of the dream was somebody stole his record collection.
Oh, geez.
So 2 dreams in the last week.
Man, he's having a rough time.
He is. I'm like, well, did you go check? Make sure everything's up there. So sorry, but yeah, that just popped into my mind there.
I don't think that overproduction is a problem. They don't want to make a record, and if it sells out in a day, that means they didn't make enough, right? If you're the company and you're making records, and you make 10,000 and they sell out in a day, you go, oh shit, I should have made 20,000. I should have made 30,000. So when they make 10,000 and they take a month, 2 months, 4 months to sell out, that's kind of the sweet spot. They also don't want to sit on them for a year. Right? So we're in this transition where everything was selling out super fast. Okay, now they've been on the shelves for a little bit. We're in that transition period where stuff's been starting to sit. And even this morning, I got another email. Here's a list of 25% off records from another label. Closing's trying to move stuff. And again, it was good artists, but slow-moving titles. So,
and that's another thing. Maybe they'll start taking a little more consideration in titles they're putting out. And a whole still title, yeah.
So Chad said he did a month's worth of sales in a day when they announced the Steely Dan release. I believe it.
Yeah, I do too. Well, no,
because
was Asia the first release?
Did they release?
I don't remember.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did they release all the titles at once? Because I think they released all the titles at once. You could pre-order all 6 or 8 of them.
Oh, okay.
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Nick. I think that's what happened, which would make sense because then you got one person buying 6 titles. Multiple people buying all 6 right away.
True.
So it's going to be a big deal.
And were those UHQRs?
Yes.
For the Steely Dan?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
about
100
and a half?
100 and a half.
Wow.
Woo! Which I saw a lot of people in my video comments were upset about because they were 100, then they were 125. They quickly went to 150 and 45 cut, which is...
That's getting up there. I mean...
Oh, people are feeling it. And people are definitely pushing back. If you look at the comments,
The time is not right for a jump like that. for a price jump.
I agree with you.
You know, and is a little greed setting in there? I don't know.
Pre-order on all but first pressings can't buy a thrill. So thank you. That's what I thought. It was a pre-order for all of them. So that's why his sales were so insane, because he's selling, a lot of stuff at $150 a pop. It's just insanity.
And the Adele's new album, I think that will be in the $5 bins eventually too.
It could be. I think I see it on every closeout bin rack. Luckily, I'm not sitting on very many. I mean, we have 6.
I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, so we're going to be fine on that. We kind of knew it was coming.
Once in a while, one sells here and there.
Yeah, I mean, people still come in and pick them up here and there. But, we're not going to be the person stuck with 50 copies of them. So
No, that was only sticks, which we don't have any more of.
Yeah, that was a fun record store day thing.
Yeah.
I will wait for the regular 45s at $50. Yeah, I think you're not alone on that. I think they need to, they're pushing the boundaries a little too far. $50, $60 for a regular 45 cut is the right spot for this current market.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we have a Christmas market coming, but inflation that we haven't seen in decades, in my lifetime, honestly, or market conditions. So, we're gonna see what happens, guys. It's gonna be an interesting time. I also see collections coming up. People are starting to let go of stuff a little bit more. They're not so grip tight on stuff. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be deals out there for the short period, for the near future. I don't know. I personally think it's going to rebound pretty quick. I think once you get into Christmas season, the audiophile stuff I think is going to rebound quick. I'm most nervous about the new vinyl in general, because there's multiple problems happening there.
Well, one of the things is now that the presses are finally opening back up, a lot of new titles are being released right now.
That's what's most concerning for me right now.
One week you may have 10 new titles, the next week you may have 50 new titles.
And what happens is all my back orders for the last 2 years, here's 30 copies of Taylor Swift, whatever, that has been out of stock for a year. Here you go. And you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I can sell 30 copies now. Like, in 2021, I sold them in a day.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, well, I will sell them, but it's going to take me some time. So every store is going to be bombarded with that, with restocks, and then all the plants opening. We're going to get all sorts of new titles. It's going to be
I think it's going to be oversaturated for a while.
Yeah, there's going to be a transition there too. I think that if they're smart about it, they can do it right. Like, if they do titles that aren't already in print, if they quit doing monster represses, and there's some titles we need repressing, right? Taylor Swift being one of them. But there's certain titles that we don't need to be as repressed as much. If they do titles like 90s titles that haven't been repressed yet, that stuff will keep it good.
Right, but something that's already been reissued 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, demand is falling off.
Yes, Eric, I do. Do you have some info for me? Because I haven't been keeping up on anything since I've been gone.
So that's what I'm most concerned about, is in the next year, is all this new inventory, all these new titles, all this new stuff coming up. I think the audiophile stuff will rebound, especially because MoFi's getting their new plant very soon. The quality is going to go up.
Do they still have? Are they still planning on that for the beginning of next year? Still?
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So that new plant's going to pump out better records than they ever have done. I think the MoFi hate will start to wane. And then with UHQRs being so expensive, if MoFi keeps their prices at where they're at, there's competitive. They can at least go to battle with them. And there's still a finite number of people making high-end records. So it's not like every plant in the planet is making audiophile records. So
right.
I think we're in that correction now. I think we're going to see a new vinyl correction coming up soon. But we're going to start leaning heavier on used. Definitely. Buying up more used collections. Yeah. Doing more Whatnot streams. Doing more auctions.
Yeah, we haven't done a Whatnot for a while.
We have got to get.
For a while.
We haven't done. I know we have got to get back into that.
This past summer just flew by. It's crazy.
Everyone had time off. Obviously, I had time off. You had time off. Everyone was everywhere. So we'll see what happens. Our collection's getting easier to come by. here in Seattle, there's still so much competition for buying entire collections. Not yet. I wouldn't say yet, but we're starting to see people be less. They're more understanding with selling in bulk. So instead of, oh, this is going for $1,000, I want $1,000. It's like, oh, I know the market's starting to slip. I want to sell it. Sure, I'll take a little less for it. They're more understanding of the whole process, right? I wouldn't say it's easier to get collections. I also don't have a lot of competition where I'm at because we've lost 2 stores. Half the stores have gone either had a fire or gone out of business in the last 6 months. So I wouldn't say they're easier to come by, but I think that people are more eager. People who want to sell are more eager to sell.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'd go with that. Yeah, Seattle, there are like a jillion record stores. I don't know how they're all going to stay in business. I also don't know how these 1,400 record stores that come out for Black Friday are all going to make it. I mean, they just had this big... we just had a big expansion, right? 2020, 2021. Every record store on the planet was making money. Okay, and now it's going to trim back. Now the pool of money is trimming back. That's when competition really starts to get fierce. I'm a little nervous for some of these stores, especially if you're all new. There's a lot of record stores that are a lot of new, heavily new. Woo, it's going to be tough. When is that Michael Jackson tour scheduled to release by MoFi? It's almost November already. I will ask them about that because you're right. I believe it was supposed to be November. Do you remember that record store in Rockton that was down by the Pizza Ranch?
Yes, that was, what's his face?
Was that Randy's Records?
Randy's Records,
yes. He was in business for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
He then sold all of his stuff that was left over to the McPherson. And he sells the records for I think he's like, every record in the store is like $3 or something. So it's kind of picked over stuff, but I mean, there still could be some deals in there. Speaking of used, I should be receiving some of your used records mail today. Great. I love hearing that. I'm waiting for my damn record cleaner. I bought it from Acoustic Sounds and it's taken 20 years to get here.
Yeah, because you ordered that right before.
That's been like a week and a half.
Yeah,
so I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So, but they're always a little slow. They must have so many shipments they just cannot keep up. So, but yeah, that's kind of the market outlook that I see going forward. I think I'm a little nervous for a few things. Some of the things I'm not so nervous for. I'm happy I've been doing this for long enough to see a crunch already. And to see it expand and crunch. I've seen a lot of stuff. Yeah, we're going to see what happens. I think there's some deals out there right now, and I don't think I would hesitate to pick them up. I'm not hesitating on some of the stuff. I'm cautiously picking up stuff that's on sale. I'm not just going down the list buying everything, but there are some deals out there that I'm picking up that I know are good. You know, it's like anywhere.
Yeah.
So, anything else? Any other questions today? What kind of turntable do I have at home? I have a Soda Sapphire. It's probably a 1980s model. One of these days, I'll harass the people at Soda to upgrade it or just buy a Series 6 because they're just so awesome now. But I bought it pre-owned because I work at a record store. So I bought it pre-owned probably 12 years ago. Before we were even a dealer, I bought it. It's got an old cartridge on it. It's got an old Grado on it and an old arm on it. But I
think Paul's is Paul's a Sapphire? I don't remember.
Yeah, you should have a Sapphire.
Yeah,
he's got a newer one though.
And they're much newer.
Their tolerances are so much better now. Like every time I go to the factory, I'm just in awe of how much better a product they make today versus what they've made previously.
You did that video on that.
Yeah, there's a video over on my YouTube channel. Really I've taken the tour.
Wow.
Plaid Room did a folk singer once for $80 a few weeks. Yeah, decent deal. Absolutely. And I met those guys, and those guys do a monster new vinyl business. And if they're discounting it, they are they're trying to get some cash flow. So they probably bought a pallet of them and they didn't move them, and they're just trying to get some cash flow going. Absolutely. In fact, I'm going to go see if they have any for $80, and I'm going to go buy them. This is the record investing right here. People have been buying records a year ago and investing. That is a record investment right there. Go buy a folk singer for $80 and sit on them for 5 years.
And it's your turntable direct driver belt.
It's belt. My record, Soda Sapphire's belt drive.
And
I don't recommend direct drives for audiophile. If you're DJing or you are going to be throwing it and moving it around, that's what direct drive's good at. They're built like tanks. But tanks are not Ferraris. You want something that's going to sound as good as possible, you want a belt drive. Pretty much everything that's high-end today is belt drive.
Did the Black Friday list, orders been put in for that yet?
Yeah, Black Friday list, I ordered that like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, they're sold out. You're not getting any.
That's all right. I knew they would. That is a good deal. Those deals are out there. More of those will come up in for $80. Any one step under $100, $80, $90, $100. Those are all deals. The MSRP'd for $125. So anything under $100 is a deal, especially sealed.
Yeah.
If opened, that's a whole nother market.
Sure, because it has decide on condition
and what title it is.
Yeah.
If it's an older one step that's open, it's still pretty good. But any of the recent one steps for under $100 is a buy. Basically look at MSRP and shave off, 10, 20, $25. Anything under that, it's a good pickup. But yeah, those guys over there, they do a monster business, or they did a monster business over at Plaid Room. So we'll see what happens. Again, they do a lot of new vinyl business, and that makes me nervous heading forward. So
yeah.
Any other questions, comments, concerns? Anybody before we sign off and get back to stuff?
Get back to work.
Back to work around here.
Yeah. I might have to be retrained.
No, you got it. No, I'm not worried about that. I did move another 2 truckloads of 45s from across the street over here. And we got a plan to move another truckload over, move the Jazz and Dance over. We've been filing 45s, getting that under control. So we're getting close we're going to get out of that building this year. I swear we're going to do it.
Oh, the dollar.
Oh, our bargain bin sold. Yeah, that's gone. We sold, as a whole, I had to make 2 trips because they wouldn't fit in one car. So that off.
Now I can bring my stuff in and put it in the dollar bin.
So we don't have a physical dollar bin anymore. We'll have to figure something out.
There's a crate over there.
We'll figure something
out. For the time being.
Guys, if you're looking for any of the vinyl we talked about on the show or any new vinyls, over on our website, totalonline.com. $7 flat rate shipping still, even though postal rates are going up again.
Yes, they are.
Imagine that. We're going to keep the $7 flat rate going as long as we can.
As long as possible.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Let's see. We got big sale coming up Saturday. I don't know. Record call. Call us 815-226-1259.
Mm-hmm.
Ray, we got your record on hold. Give us a call. We'll get that out for you.
Yeah. And if you don't want it, let us know. We'll put it back in inventory.
Yeah, please do. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. That'll probably do it for this week. I think next week we'll talk about how the record crawl went.
Yeah.
We'll be getting into close to November. We should be getting close to some record store day stuff showing up. And we'll have some auctions coming back up. Maybe a duck draw. So we got a lot of stuff coming. So.
Yes, we do.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. We will see you.
Oh, 2 more questions.
Oh, 2 more questions.
Do you still do? Yes. And how much to flatten one record?
Flatten a record's like $3. I usually do them in batches, 3 for $10. 2 more questions. Do you still own the apartments across the street? Yes, we do own the apartments across the street. And then, how much to flatten one record? All our apartments are full currently. Everything is full. But my Airbnb will be open. So fully furnished, all expenses paid. So, all the gas bill, electric bill, everything's, you can DM me about that or ask about that if you're looking for if you want to visit or you're looking for some.
We'll do a show from there too eventually.
We'll do a show from there. We'll do a full tour of it. I haven't
been in there yet.
To show you guys that when we launch it. We're getting close. I just got to set up some furniture and stuff. But,